Christine Blasey Ford has less than 24 hours to decide whether she'll testify about her claim that he sexually assaulted her. Is she in a no-win situation? Chevy wrecks SNL. Why is Saturday Night Live's original cast member Chevy Chase trashing the show that made him a superstar? Plus, Kelly Clarkson hits the table to talk about helping her fans discover the meaning of life. Hot Topics are in the house with Whoopi, Abby Huntsman, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Meghan McCain. Now, let's get things started.
This morning, we want to remind you, remember that 1 year ago today, Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico, and we don't want you to forget any of the people who this hurricane took, nor any of the people who were devastated by this hurricane. Don't forget. Don't forget. So, tick-tock, tick-tock, the clock is ticking for Brett Kavanaugh's accuser, Christine Blasey Ford. She has less than 24 hours to agree that she's going to testify on Monday about her allegations that he sexually assaulted her. She wants an FBI investigation first, but if that doesn't happen, she has to make a tough decision. Do you testify or do you not?
You know, I agree with her that there should be an FBI investigation. What I'm shocked at is that there is no protocol for this Judiciary Committee to follow when something like this happens. I mean, something like this has happened before in 1991 with Anita Hill. There's a blueprint for this. The FBI investigated Anita Hill's claims. That being said, she has to testify. Her story needs to be heard. It needs to be heard under oath. And I hope that after it's heard, if she testifies, that this committee will have the spirit and to subpoena the other witnesses that were there.
What about you, Joy?
Well, I think that they're playing chicken, both sides now, to see, and running out the clock to see who's going to get their way. And obviously the Senate Judiciary has the most power, so they will probably win this one, and then she'll have to either testify or say no.
Would you testify?
If it were me, I think in this job, as we all know, we take a lot of blowback. You know, half hate you, half like you. That's how it goes. They write mean things about me all the time, which I enjoy, actually. I do. I don't mind it, because I know I'm being effective if somebody's annoyed. And
Right. You're being heard.
so I think that know what it feels like to get that kind of blowback, and how you survive it, and you come out stronger, and you believe in yourself even more, I think she should do it. She already said, I want to do it for the country. Well, she's going to have to, because they are not going to budge.
Right.
I ran into two ex-FBI guys last night, and they both said that that it is okay to investigate, that the FBI can investigate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
But they don't want that.
They just need to reopen the background investigation. I said it on our show. I had a background investigation. I got married. They reopened up the investigation and continued the background check. It happens on me. It happens all the time.
Why
because
you?
my husband was born in Spain. Spanish citizen.
Oh.
My circumstances had changed. That was a 3-year appointment. This is a lifetime appointment.
And what the Senate is saying, because it sounds like Republicans have the vote and they're going to move this forward. They're saying this doesn't fall under the FBI because she's now come out, she's now public, that we have our own Judiciary Committee, our own investigators that can do this, and we've offered her anything that we can do to make her feel more comfortable. Joy, to your point, not everyone wants their name out there, and she made it clear that she didn't from the beginning, and now she's in a really tough position because her story is out there, her name is out there, and she never asked to be politicized either, from either side. I think she needs to speak, and if she doesn't, she might regret that for the rest of her life, because she's lived with this for, what, 37 years? The country wants to hear from her. I believe that our lawmakers want to hear from her, and I I think if Republicans go through with the vote and they don't hear from her, his nomination will be tainted forever. And that's a really, really tough thing.
What do you think about that? He'll be tainted.
Well, you know, it's already tainted. Because the question is, and I don't say that lightly, because, you know, once you're accused, you're accused. Okay, so it's out there. And for me, I would like her to testify. I would like her to testify because I want her to dignify the 900 alumni who wrote from her school, you know, a whole 900 women from the time she was in school to 2018. They said, you know, we believe Dr. Blasey Ford. We're grateful that she came forward. Her experiences are all too consistent with the stories we've heard and lived with while attending Halton. Many of us are survivors ourselves. Now, for me, you know, if someone says, look, we got to see what's going on. We got to see what's going on. You must do it. You have to do it because any accusation, and again, it's a lifetime appointment.
Yeah.
A lifetime appointment. You can't rush it. It will get rushed because I'm sure they've got the votes. And even if they didn't, their response, many of the responses from the men on this Judiciary Committee,
Yeah.
I thought after all of that, after Me Too, you still have the same mindset.
Saying she
Well,
was
that's
mixed
the
up,
problem.
That she's mixed. You know, she wasn't mixed. Listen, this is what she said happened. You should check it out. You would check it out if it was Barack Obama. You would check it out if it was
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. I mean,
And if they don't-
we did it.
What
You
is-
check it.
What's the message to women in this country if they don't look into this? Is it just doesn't matter? A sexual assault doesn't matter. You know, women's feelings don't matter. I think what's significant also for me, Whoopi, is that some of the same people that were on the Judiciary Committee when Anita Hill testified remain on the committee.
Well, see,
Republicans and Democrats,
Yeah.
by the way, that
And they haven't
didn't
learned.
help, and under the Clinton years as
Anything.
well. I can only imagine what Dr. Ford, and she deserves to be called by her name as well, what she's going through, the pressure that she has of people probably trying to call her from her lawyer of this is what you need to do that will help me, or this is what you need to do to help me.
And let's remember,
and it's not about them.
She
This is
alleges
about
sexual
her.
assault. I've interviewed hundreds of victims of sexual assault. This is one of the hardest things that they do.
You know what's
is tell
really,
their
what's
truth.
really scary and sad is that he will pass, probably, because even when we hear her side, we'll hear his side, and then they'll just go to their corners and say, well, I believe him and I believe her. That's what
I'm
I
not
think.
so sure about that.
Well, from what I've heard from some of these senators backing off the way they have, Collins and all these people that we're relying on, they don't sound like they're going to go there.
Originally, they said they wanted to. They want to hear her, and they
give lip
still
service, But my feeling is the tragedy of it is he's tainted. People don't like him. As you were going to tell, 31% of people approve of him. He still will be sitting on the court deciding whether Roe v. whether women can get abortions, whether they're in charge of their bodies, or are men in charge of our bodies. That is the real bottom line of this, and he will still have that power, and that makes me mad.
Well, to say, Kavanaugh has denied the allegations as, quote, completely false. His classmate,
Are we
Mark
going to
Judge.
read this same statement
Every day. We know he denies it.
We know he's denied it. Do
Well-
we have to read this every day?
We do in
do.
terms of
Go
trying to
ahead.
give both sides.
Read it.
Mark Judge, his friend, also denied the allegations, saying he has no memory of the alleged incident.
Yeah, we're going to be back.
Later, broken down Chevy. Why former superstar Chevy Chase can't get a job anymore, and why he says he's not laughing at SNL.
We are really strong women.
People need to hear what women have to say, and that's us.
That's what makes this show so good.
We will back you up. We will stand with you.
Anybody who wants to make it to the next level in politics has to come on this show.
I feel like there's no better time to be on a show like this, to stand up for those things that you believe in.
It is up to all of us to continue the conversation.
See you on The View.
I'll see you on The View.
See you on The View.
See you on The View.
See you on The View. I always wanted to say that.
Later, Kelly Clarkson's bringing her voice to the Hot Topics table.
So Chevy Chase just gave a very candid interview where he kind of puts down the show that made him a superstar. He says that Saturday Night Live hasn't been funny for decades. Some of his friends still work there. So the question is, should you really be, putting your leg up and peeing on everything?
He said it stopped being good when he left. So it's basically all about himself. And then he's asking for a job now. He says, I've sobered up, and now I want a job after I've just basically trashed on everybody that I worked with.
What's that quote from that wonderful poet? Oh, God. Well, she goes, when someone presents who they are, believe them.
Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou, right. She said that. Yeah. And Chevy Chase, back in 1975, when the show went on, his bit was, I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not. Believe it. Believe it. He probably wrote that himself.
But what if he's being honest? What if he believes the things that he said, and he's just being authentic? Like he said, they asked him, did they think Eddie Murphy was funny? And he says, Stevie Wonder, he did well. It's not that hard for skin's the same color. You just put on some sunglasses and do this. And then on Tina Fey, he said, I liked her. I didn't see what all the folderol was about. She was good.
Tina Turner?
Tina Fey.
Oh, Tina Fey.
So it sounds like he's, he believes these things.
Well, we've all worked
being authentic.
It's not very gracious.
It's not.
We know that.
We've all worked different places. I think we've all been fired before. I've had a show that's been canceled, and you go home and you complain to your husband and to your family. Mm-hmm. But you also take so many friends with you, and so when you tear apart a place you used to work, you're also bashing them, and they are working there. You also never know where you're going to end up again. If you, like Joy, you end up working at a place again, you don't want to ruin that
I kept my mouth shut those 2 years.
Did you want to say something and then you just thought better of it?
It's fine. I know. I don't believe in burning bridges at this point. It's not a good idea. You never know where you're going to end up. It's right.
I agree with that.
Well, he also complains that his former Community castmate Donald Glover unfairly painted him as a racist because because Chevy told him, people think you're funnier because you're black. Ooh. So do jokes like that have anything to do with maybe why people are just kind of going back up a little bit?
It's possible because he also said the thing about Eddie Murphy. I mean, if you read the article, Lorne Michaels seems to think back when it was Chevy's heyday, it was more acceptable to be that provocative and to say things like that. And I thought the implication was, are we too PC now? And so you can't make jokes about that. And he's just sort of someone that hasn't caught up with
what does this mean?
Where we are now.
On ageism is this remark.
Yeah.
And Helen Mirren's Pretty and Young. What does that mean?
So Lorne Michaels said to Chevy Chase that he was too old to host SNL again. And Chevy Chase, he says, and Helen Mirren, she's pretty and young?
Because
I didn't get it. You're too old. We'd had many people older than me hosting. What did he mean?
Did Lorne Michaels actually say you're too old to host SNL?
Yeah, that's, according to Chevy Chase, that's what he said.
According to Lorne also.
So Lorne's the one we should be talking about. That's ridiculous. That's not very nice. Ageism. I mean, the last thing that we need to be talking about. People talk about sexism, racism. We never talk about ageism.
No.
Not that I have anything personal about it.
What happens to if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all?
Oh, honey, that's been gone a long time.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
The new one is
Later, legendary pushover. Why Chrissy Teigen says her hubby John Legend just can't say no to their kids. Wait, it's Chrissy Teigen now?
Since I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, I'm just going to call her Chrissy Legend. Teigen, I don't know. She's married to John Legend. To me, she's Chrissy Legend. So she says that he is a pushover parent who cannot say no to the kids. And the question apparently is, should one parent be the nice one and should the other one be the bad one, or should you be a united front? I'm asking y'all.
We're a united front. I mean, the kids know that they can't ask me for something and I say no, and then they sort of backdoor it to Manny, and then he says yes. That never happens. We both will say, let me check with your mom or let me check with your dad. So that doesn't work for them. But I will say they know that I'm the last stop on the crazy train. So if things are getting, you know, if I'm crazy, then they know that it's over.
You got to be together on the
I'm
big
the last stop.
You got to be together on the big things.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then it really confuses the child. I grew up, my dad was strict and my mom was the one, after toilet paper in your house and breaking my wrist, she's the one I called to take me to the hospital. So that was always nice. But my dad...
What did you do?
It was the thing in Utah. It was terrible. I don't
Is it
recommend this.
boring?
You know,
What
you
did you
toilet
do?
paper people's... It's what Mormons do. You toilet paper people's houses.
You do it on,
Like if there's a friend
at
from school who
Halloween.
you're
You've
mad
never seen
at.
somebody takes a roll of toilet paper?
You
Yes,
throw
you
it over
have.
the
You just didn't know
trees
what
in
you're
the
looking at. But yeah, you sit there. I'm telling you, all you get
So you threw the
pictures
toilet
of everything.
paper.
Yeah,
What
you
happened?
toilet
I
paper.
broke my wrist, and what are you going to do? You got to go to the
Throwing the
hospital.
toilet
Yeah. Well, no, after we were running away from the house. Because you run away as fast as you can, and then I broke my wrist.
Okay.
But I call my mom. She's the one that takes me in. My dad was always, my mom would say, you want me to call your dad? You want me to call your dad? And we
Yeah.
always knew when he walked in with the briefcase, you could see the shadow on the staircase. Everyone stopped what they were doing. It was kind of a nice,
And there's
because
7 of you.
you were scared of him in a way.
So the answer
still
is yes.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know the answer because I don't remember, but I have a grandchild. and Steve is more permissive and I'm more indulgent. That's
Right.
how we operate. In other
Well,
words, we're both
right.
too easy.
You're both. You're
Oh,
both
he,
easy.
he plays us like a violin, that kid.
Well, see, I'm in trouble because I said that my kid was 140 yesterday and she was watching. So I have zip to say.
Well, she knows she's not 140.
Yes, but you know, she doesn't want me to refer to her that way
In that
because
way.
you know that
makes
would
it
make
sound
her
like she's
older
old.
than me. But there is a viral video going. If it's a viral video, it's gone viral. That being
Again,
said,
Brian.
Yeah.
there is a wonderful video of a grandpa and a granddaughter tap dancing to the song Cups. Please, take a look. Stay healthy. We'll be right back.
What up? Hey. Coming up next, y'all. Me. What?
Filming it at last month's U.S. Open. She has so much going on right now. New album, new tour, new season of The Voice, and more. And we're really glad that she found a second to squeeze us in. Please welcome back one of our favorites, Kelly Clarkson. So the last time you were here, we talked about your new album, Meaning of Life, and how Aretha was such a big inspiration for it.
Oh, yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
You know what? It's one of the few people that really ignited something in me. Like I was saying last time I was here, like just a different level. I think there's, and not doubting any singers, but I think there are people that can sing, and then there's like people that can reach you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not necessarily the best voice in the room. It's just the one that breaks down the walls and is vulnerable and lets you in. And so,
Well, she
and
had both.
That's what I feel like
Yeah.
she had. So that's really, like, as a child, it just, I think even at such a young age, like, I could recognize that. Like, and it's a big loss, obviously. So, yeah.
So you made news yesterday.
Yeah. I
Because
don't
you're.
know what for, but yes.
Well, this is just a.
Right now, I'm like, which job?
No, this is about the fact that you're supposedly having a new talk show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what kind of. When, where, how, what's it going to be?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it came about because it was somebody kind of came to us with the idea, and we were like, that's. At first, I was like, what? And then I thought it's kind of incorporating all the things. My show's gonna be a little different in the sense that it's very musical. It's very humorous, like in the sense that I'm very self-deprecating, and no secret. And and then it's also got a lot of heart to it, and I feel like I feel like we need that. Like, and it's okay to do that, and it's not cheap. Oh my God, I have these. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I got so distracted. These are amazing. They are. I will be sweating like a promiscuous woman in church and be like the U.S. Open. You showed the U.S. Open, y'all. It's the hottest place. It's hell. It's the hottest place on the planet. And I was in Spanx and hose. I turned it on. I'll just do this.
And this is why you're such a good talk show host. You're
because
just
I have
so
ADHD.
I love it.
I can't get it
Just
off
so
now. Oh, I'm sorry.
I gotta say, I am such a fangirl of yours.
Oh, thank you.
You got me through so many years, like the awkward years. You are an inspiration. I speak for so many people. So thank you. Thank you for, I mean, you're incredibly talented, but thank you for being you, and thank you for being so real always in this industry. I know it's not easy, but you mentioned
It's actually very easy. I actually find it more easy. Than, I always feel bad for other people that have the, like, I'm like, how hard is that? Just every day to put up a front. It's okay that you're not perfect.
Just be you.
And
Just
if
own
somebody
it.
doesn't like you, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, get over yourself.
I love that. All right,
And we TP as well, where I'm from. Yeah, we do that
It's
too.
a thing, right?
It's a stupid
I
kid
never
thing.
heard of that.
Yeah, I was like, nobody's heard of that?
No,
I
we,
thought you balled
she's
up.
the, wait, she's the
Maybe it's
only one
me.
never heard.
Oh, okay.
No, I never did either.
I thought you balled it up and wet it and
It's
then
so
threw it.
mild compared to what they used to do to me.
No, we did it. It sounds silly, but our church used to.
Yeah, I was telling them in the break. On Halloween, in my neighborhood, they would put chalk in a sock and then hit you with it. Yeah. So this is like, toilet paper.
That's like abuse. Yeah,
It is
yeah.
abuse.
Yeah. Wow, that's like wrong. No, our church group would do it.
I was like, toilet
why
paper
is
is
this a church
expensive.
thing?
Like,
Yeah.
you throw
It
your
was
toilet
wasteful
paper.
and dumb, and we should have been reading. But
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
My mother would have killed me if I took our toilet paper,
My mom
especially if
did
she
it one
sprang
time
for
with
like
us.
the padded version. Then I
It was
threw
our
it away.
church. Our church would do it on like a different. It was like I think it was. We talked about this backstage as our way of doing something like
My church
you know.
too. This is terrible. Like,
So it's a
like
religious
a bad
church,
thing you
girl.
can do,
You
but not
see?
feel so bad about it. It's horrible.
You see? Well, you and your husband have 4 kids.
Yes.
I saw something, and we're going to share it. It's just the funniest thing ever. Your 4-year-old daughter, River Rose,
Oh, the Coldplay.
she loves Chris Martin
Yes.
from the group Coldplay, and you recorded her talking about him recently. Let's take a look.
Chris Martin. I like him, and he's beautiful, and I like
You like his song?
his song, and I want to kiss him.
You want to kiss him?
I love that. I want to kiss him.
Well, and you start to think as a mom, I'm like, where do you even get that? Now, like, you shouldn't be talking about this yet, but it's
'Cause
all
he's
the
beautiful, she
princesses and
said.
the princes in the movies, they kiss at the end. And so her big thing now is to have a boyfriend and get married. And I'm like, whoa.
But she wants Chris Martin.
Yeah, she's not. She's very specific. That will have no other person. Like, yeah, she's obsessed with Yellow, that song. And him.
You have your hands full.
We do.
She is adorable.
So
and
cute.
also a pistol.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. People say that 2 is bad, and then you're like, then 3, and then I'm like, good God, and then you're like, someone help me. My 4.
But it seems like you're busier than ever, even with 4 kids. Are they like your fan base telling you to keep doing it?
Yeah, I mean, our oldest ones, they get it, like, because they're grandma's Reba, like the oldest ones, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they get it, the industry, and then the younger ones don't even know what's going on. They just know that they get to go to Disneyland a lot because we're in LA a lot. So it's like, you know, they don't know.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't care. They just want to be happy. I got one of those 4-year-old people. I'm dealing with them too.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
literally,
they're like
I have
hugs.
conversations with me crying. Yeah, I have conversations with me crying with like my mother-in-law going, am I a failure as a mother? Like, what's happening? Because one day she'll be like the sweetest thing, and the next day I'm just like it's like
Listen,
bad.
This little girl said to me, I said, what are you listening to? She said, my favorite song. I said, what is that? She said, All My Friends Are Dead. I was like,
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead.
Like what?
It's my little Uzi verse.
yeah. And she, you know, yeah.
That's the line. That's the line.
It's
of
a
the song.
lot. She has no. What you have to like adjust in your head with little ones is that they have no idea what any of the words mean. They like the
They like
the
the
beat.
beat.
But
TLC Red Light Special. I love that song. And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I was singing that like the 6th grade.
you even when you get to talk show, you have to come talk to us.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
You have
talking.
to make sure you
I have no
come.
problem with that.
Now, there's going to be more with Kelly Clarkson when we come back. I'm just saying.
red hot, you know we're kicking off the weekend early. I love it! Plus, Jane Fonda is coming to voice her view, and you know she'll hold nothing back. Tomorrow on The View. Let's go!
We are back with the amazing and the wonderful Kelly Clarkson.
I don't know about that.
We've already talked about like the 10 shows you have on TV right now. But on top of that, you also just announced the new Meaning of Life tour, which people are so excited about. And you're taking country star, one of my favorites, Kelsey Ballerini, and
she's so
Bryn
great.
Cartelli, who you won The Voice with in the first season. Take that, Adam Levine.
I'm actually pretty lucky with that too, and Blake Shelton. But no, I'm actually pretty lucky with that one too. She's phenomenal. Like what Bryn's bringing to the table for this tour is very unique from what Kelsey's doing, and very unique from what I'm doing. Just even production-wise, like how it's being played out, and it's going to be pretty incredible. I'm
You
pretty
gave
excited.
people a taste on social media.
Yeah, we
Of
did
what it'll
it,
be
yeah.
like. Let's take a little look at this.
I've never done a like all girls tour. Like I've never done this before, so I'm pretty stoked.
And Bryn is
I love
go.
women.
Bryn is 15.
I'm surprised I'm not a lesbian. Like I'm as shocked as anyone. Like I love women. Like I do.
You are
Hanging out with
so
them.
perfect for a talk show. I can't.
Bryn is only 15, though. That is amazing. So what advice do you give her about just starting this career in this industry?
You know, honestly, it's always the same thing I'd say to everybody, regardless of how you want to get in any industry, in any job. It's making sure in your life that you're surrounding yourself with people that you want to be like. And it's like, because there are so many, I had to weed eat a lot. Like, it's like, it was a lot of people that want you to be something else or want to follow something else. And it's like, I want to surround myself with positive people that also think bigger than what we do. We're not brain surgeons. We're not curing cancer. It's a fun job. Like, just enjoy it and don't be so serious about it. It's have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to talk about The Voice.
Yeah.
Which I love. It comes back on Monday.
I know.
And you're going to be on with Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, in my house, we turn our chairs as well. And then we listen, and then we decide when we're going to turn around.
I did that to prep for being on the show because I was nervous about it because I was like, what are they going to, you don't see them.
Yeah,
So,
I love it. Now, what makes you turn around when you're listening to The Voice?
Soulfulness. Like, and it doesn't matter what genre of music, but it has to have, I can't just listen to like basic.
Can't be
I'm
too
like,
pitchy.
we've already got a lot of that on the radio, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so it's I want some spirit and some soul and some passion.
And sometimes you turn around right away.
Yes.
Like you hear it right away.
And sometimes even it doesn't necessarily mean they're the better ones. It's just sometimes you hear something in their texture, their tone that you're like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I don't even care where it goes. I'm into it. But sometimes you wait. Like, there was one girl I know they put on social media so I can talk about, but there was this one girl that came out and we all kind of waited a while and she's incredible. But it wasn't that she wasn't good enough to turn around. We were enjoying it. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had Willie Nelson on the show the other day.
Oh.
He was great.
How did it smell? I've been on his bus, so.
I know.
It was like,
He did mention.
I was like, what's up?
He did mention the weed that they found on his bus.
You kind of have to with
Yeah.
him around.
But the thing that was interesting about him right now, that was relevant, is he's actually stumping for a Democrat in Texas, Beto O'Rourke, who's running against Ted Cruz. And he's getting a lot of flack for it from country fans, I guess.
Yeah.
They think that he's a country fan. I'm not sure. He never really was a country and western singer, was he?
No, it's like the Highwaymen was a different time. Like, he was a part of that, with Merle Haggard, all of them.
Yeah.
They're country, but they're also rock and roll. They're also singer-songwriter. They're kind of different.
But he doesn't care. He's like,
so.
I don't care if they hate me or they like. He doesn't care. Are you like that because you're very outspoken? How do you feel about all that flack that you get?
I mean, I do get flack, and I always point out, especially on Twitter, I try to not go hate for hate. Like, I try to, anytime somebody doesn't agree with me, I'm like, hey, look, just for everyone's sake, I am totally cool with you not agreeing with what I'm saying, but let's have a debate about it. Like,
you
let's
answer people.
Yeah, because I'm like, why don't you educate me on why you feel like this is wrong what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to jump to like just because somebody's like.
Right.
You know, they don't agree. You
listen.
don't have to jump. Yeah, you have to listen because I don't feel like we're going to get anywhere. And I think that's why he's making moves in Texas is because he is about listening and he is kind of, you know.
Beto.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a little different than what people, I mean, I grew up there, so it's a little different than what people, you know, are used to hearing, especially when he came out about the kneeling.
Yeah.
That was pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's powerful because he said both sides count, both are American, both are equal, like opportunity to have your voice
That
heard.
resonated with
But it's like silly to me when people get mad about celebrities saying so because it's like Willie Nelson is an American citizen. Like you don't have to listen to what he says.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You're
But
choosing
it's
to
still-
follow him on social. You're choosing to be a part of that.
And
Like,
you don't give up
choose
being an
not
American
to.
citizen because you're an entertainer, right?
Yeah, that would be wrong. It's almost our duty to stand up and say something what we believe in. Yeah,
Well, I have a question for you. You have these amazing fans,
I do.
and they're all over the world. And we happen to have one here.
Just one. Nobody else likes it.
Yeah, no one else. Just this one. Where is
Everybody
Kyle
else was like Justin Guarini.
Philbeck? Kyle Philbeck.
There he is.
Kyle. Okay. There's something that you've always wanted to say to Kelly.
I'm looking her in the eye, and it's terrifying.
I love it. Oh, be welcome.
You're wonderful. I have just always wanted to tell you that I lost 90 pounds listening to your music.
Well,
Wow.
crap. Why can't I do that? Wow. That crap did work for me.
You were with me every day on that treadmill, and it means so much to me that I have somebody that I can listen to and turn to in times like that.
Yeah.
And in addition, I moved here earlier this year, and it's been wonderful and terrifying, and the Meaning of Life album has kind of been my soundtrack, so thank you.
Oh.
Hey, it's exciting.
Do you have a surprise for him?
I do. I might have heard that I had a fan in the audience, and I was like, well, I just announced the tour, so maybe you want to come out. Maybe you want a couple tickets, a good
yeah.
seats, you know.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I got some for you.
Oh, wait, am I coming
I
up?
do. I have some for you. Not on me, but I'll give you a hug. Come on. Not on me, but I do have some for you.
Her Meaning of Life tour kicks off on January 24th, and season 15 of The Voice premieres on Monday, September 24th. We will be right back.
And mackerel, flaxseed, and different kinds of nuts.
So how do you know, even if you're eating all of this, if you're still not getting enough omega-3s?
You know, it's a great question. It's actually really hard to know if you're getting enough omega-3s.
Can you feel it?
You can't, and you can't really tell. And nutrition labels don't often list the amount of omega-3s. And most people assume that they're getting enough in a healthy diet. But we know that's not true.
So how do you know if your levels are too low?
Well, I have to tell you that in one study, 98% of the people that thought they were getting enough omega-3s had levels that were below what we consider optimal of this omega-3 index.
Wow, so what do you do?
Well, here's the thing. Knowing your omega-3s is beneficial because like cholesterol and other heart healthy measures, it's another factor that really tells you about your overall health. So you have to get your omega-3 index checked. And if you're interested in doing that, you can talk to your doctor, or there's actually a home test kit, very simple to eat and easy to use. It's an omega-3 index home test kit. Try that. And then if you find out that your omega-3 index levels are low.
Is that where this comes in?
Yeah.
The Mega-Red.
Right. You can consider supplementation, but you know what? Not all supplements are considered equal, and I prefer Mega-Red 4-in-1. It delivers 700 milligrams of omega-3s in one soft gel as opposed to 2 fish oil pills.
Makes it easy.
Absolutely.
All right, great to have you with us. And a big thanks to Dr. Suzanne Steinbaum and our sponsor, of course, Mega-Red. And we want you to know that September 22nd is Walmart Wellness Day, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time. So stop in and receive a free omega-3 index test. You can also answer 5 quick questions at knowyouromega3s.com and find out your omega-3 score. And as always, talk to your doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know, you pay too much for your glasses.
Fault.
Don't blame yourself. Just next time, go to America's Best, where 2 pairs and a free exam are just $69.95. You save on contacts there, too.
Huh. I can't believe I missed that.
Well, you can't spot them all. You think they sound like birds? I think they sound like birds. America's Best, celebrating 40 years of providing affordable eye care. Who? Who?
Got stains? Food stains? Grass stains? Try OxyClean with 5 powerful stain fighters. The easy-to-use spray tackles over stains. Completely gone. OxyClean Max Force gets the tough stains out.
Cats will do anything. Irresistible taste of Temptations treats.
What are you doing?
Here, check this out. Temptations. Cats.
Tomorrow, Hollywood legend Jane Fonda looks back at her most unforgettable moment. Her regret and what she won't apologize for. And Curb Your Enthusiasm star Cheryl Hines.
Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. We want you all to have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy whatever